Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Keith, aka Mr. Cheap Sense, back with a fragrance review. Got on my boy RIP Said, one of my co-workers from the hospital, passed away not too long ago. I'm still rocking his tea. Miss you, homie. Also, shout out to my boy Bread, aka Steve Moore. He passed away not too long, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, if that long. They had the alumni basketball game for Brunswick High and Glenn Academy last night. Shout out to GA and Brunswick High because I played one year when I was in the 8th grade for Brunswick High, which is how I know, how I know my boy Scoop, RIP Scoop, miss you, homie. I know Mike Grant, Paul McGirt, Toe, Whoppy, Alvin Jackson, many of those guys from Brunswick High. And I also played about 2 years for Glenn Academy in high school. So shout out to all my guys over there that I played ball with. Tabari, both Big Bryans, TJ Dyer, Adam, a host of other guys. Sorry if I don't remember everybody's name, but y'all know who you were. If you see this video, you know who I am. We all had fun. I missed them days. But this video is about fragrances and their prices. And I was at a flea market. And if you're in this area, you're familiar with Pecan Park Flea Market in Jacksonville. I haven't been there in quite some time. It's been probably some years since I've been there. And I had started using Ross and TJ Maxx here in Brunswick because those really are the only two discount stores we have here that sells fragrances. Besides City Trend, but every now and then you can find a decent City Trend fragrance. In which, hold on a second. In which Cuba Prestige Platinum came from City Trend. It was like $7, I believe. It's a great fragrance. I like it. And also, I don't know what this is supposed to mimic because I don't have the box anymore. And it says Bond for Men. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to like mimic anything from the Bond number 9 series. But either way it goes, this fragrance in itself is gorgeous. I had it on, I think, Friday. And it's pretty nice. I like it. I didn't get a lot of compliments, but it's nice. Sweet, just like I like it. Um, my thing I found out is if you go to some of these discounted stores like TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, Burlington Coat Factory, you can find regular sized fragrances for decent prices. And I say that because I have one here, which is Prada Luna Rossa Sport, which retails at anywhere from 70 to 100 and some odd dollars. And this is the 125 ml bottle, which is the big bottle. I found this at Ross for $40. And why $40, I do not know. But this is a designer fragrance, gorgeous fragrance. I love this fragrance. I only worn it once, and I got so many compliments when I did wear this. I like it. So $40 versus paying retail, which is, like I said, from 70 and up for this fragrance, maybe 80 and up. Um, if you find this at the flea market, in which I know people have to make a profit when they um, wholesale buy fragrances and then they resell them. They have to amp up the prices some, but some of those prices, especially at a flea market, are amped up too high for me, and I can't pay those prices. I refuse to. No, no disrespect to anyone who goes and purchases bottles of fragrances from those places, but you can go online and find some of these same fragrances for way, way cheaper than going and spending, um, 60, 70, 80, 100 and some odd bucks, especially at a flea market. Come on, man. Like at a flea market, you're supposed to be able to get stuff for cheap or at least a reasonable price. Excuse me. So I walked into the flea market and I didn't go anywhere but straight to the fragrance place. And I haven't been there in years, the flea market period. So I used to buy a lot of decanted fragrances from that place. Um, I don't think I ever purchased like a full bottle, but I always get the decants. And if you don't know what a decant is, this is a decant. They have bottles this size. They have bottles that are smaller than this, um, possibly a little bit bigger than this. I'm not sure, but I have seen this because I used to buy these all the time from that same place, and they used to go for like $7. But as I guess products come out and they are higher in price and they are highly sought after, they have to jack the prices up now. So now this runs you about $11, $12 for this bottle. I don't know what size bottle this is, but this is a decant, and I have like four of them right now, which I'll get to that in a second. But this one fragrance, when I walked in, the first thing he said to me is, "Hey man, have you smelled this?" And as soon as he reached for the bottle, he was just about to spray it on the napkin, and I was like, you know what? I already smelled that. That is an absolute beast. That's a monster. I know what it smells like. I have it. This is Club de Nuit Intense Man from Armaf. And this is supposed to be a clone of Creed's Aventus. And the most prominent thing in this fragrance is the pineapple note that's in it. Um, I've never smelled Creed's Aventus, so I have no idea what it smells like. But if it smells anything like this fragrance, or if this fragrance smells anything like that fragrance, I should say, then both of those are gorgeous fragrances. I actually had this on yesterday at the alumni game, and one of my coworkers was playing in the game, and he was standing next to me, and he said, "Hey, you come in here smelling all good, your bitch ass." You know what I'm saying? Like we play like that. So, um, gorgeous fragrance. I bought this online from FragranceX.com, and it ran me, I think, $36. I want to say, and the flea market was selling this for $50 and $60. Are you serious? You just amped that thing up $20 to $30 more versus me being able to go online and purchase this fragrance for about 30 some odd dollars. Ridiculous. And then he turn around and sell you a decant of this if he choose to, because I don't think he's able right now to buy enough bottles of this to even break one of these down. He will probably be better off selling the whole bottle. Um, Depending on how much he got the bottle for, decanting it may make him more money. But who's to say? Uh, this one is also by Armaf, and this is Ventana. And this is supposed to smell like, or it does actually smell like, Dior Sauvage. only without the peppery note in it. Sauvage has a heavy pepper note in it, and that's the only thing that I hate about Dior Sauvage is that pepper note. I'll wear it, but you have to wear it sparingly. This you can spray on as heavy as you like, and it's not going to offend anyone. I paid, I think, about the same, about $33 for this, I believe. It might have been a little cheaper than that. It might have been like, I want to say 25, but I think it was like 33 or $36 also. Gorgeous, excellent fragrance, long lasting. I got a ton of compliments when I wore this to work. Even when I was at my mom's job, she's a manager at Popeyes here, and I wore it up there one day. I was on my way to her house to watch Alabama whoop ass a few weekends ago at her house, and she said I smell good. My niece said I smell good. So this is an excellent fragrance. Also, he doesn't have this, and I didn't mention it to him, but I did show him online Le Parfait by Armaf that I did have, which is a split between Green Irish Tweed and Aventus. You get two in one in one bottle, and that's a gorgeous fragrance. I showed him that one, and I think that one runs you about 19 or 20 some odd dollars, and he'll probably buy it and amp it up to about 40, 50, $60 also. Um, this is um, Paco Rabanne's Invictus Intense, and this has the DNA of Paco Rabanne's 1 Million, which is a super sweet scent. This one is sweet. It's not as sweet as the original Invictus, but it does have a stronger, longer lasting scent to it. I like this one. I can't buy the regular Invictus because my coworker has it, and that's more or less like his signature fragrance. He wears that every single day, everywhere he goes. So I choose not to wear this one at all when I go to work. He was selling these for like 50, 60, $70, and I think I paid like 30 or $40 for this, and I think I bought this from TJ Maxx. So I don't know, but these decants that I have here, like I showed you earlier, I have four of them, which is these four right here, and I think they ran me like $12 a piece, and some of these I believe are new, like Polo Red is new. Gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. That bottle, I think he said was going for 60, $70, if that. It might have been a little bit more. I was not going to pay that kind of price for it when I know I can probably find a full bottle for cheaper than that online. But if you have to have that fragrance like right now, then go ahead by any means. Spend your hard-earned money on buying those high fragrances. Um, or you could just do what I did and just buy a decant. It'll last you, depending on how many sprays, it'll probably last you a month if you use it every day. I have so many fragrances that there's no way in hell I'll be able to use all of these fragrances unless I just wear them like one fragrance a whole month. You know what I'm saying? But I paid like $12 for this. Beautiful fragrance. A whole heck of a lot cheaper than paying 60, 70, 80, $90 for a full bottle of this. Unless I just truly had to have it, then yeah. But then why buy it from a flea market when I can just go buy it from a retail store for the same price, and then not have to worry about if something being fake or, you know what I'm saying? Polo Red Intense. It's also another gorgeous fragrance. It's sweet, and I don't really have any fragrances that aren't sweet. There are a few that has a hint of sweetness in it. Some of them are a little more, manly, masculine a little bit, but does have that sweetness. But for the most part, mostly everything that I have is sweet. But this one is a whole heck of a lot sweeter than just regular Polo Red. Um, I like both of those. That was also $12 versus paying full retail for it at a flea market. Um, this is one I have been looking for some time now. Ever since I've heard about um, Creed's Aventus with that pineapple note, they were saying that this one smells the closest to Aventus um, as you can get until I found out about this one. But I found it. I was curious about it. Every time I tried to order it, excuse me. Every time I tried to order it, it was either out of stock or something. But this is Insurrection 2. And to be honest, it smells with that pineapple note just like Club de Nuit Intense Man with that pineapple note in it. So I will probably use this one from now on until I use it up, and then I may fall back on this one unless I refill this one, in which I think he charges like $11 or $10 to refill. So, but anyway, I was not gonna spend. Um, I think he wanted $60 for the whole bottle of Insurrection 2, maybe a little higher. I just, me personally, I can't, because I can shop at discount stores and buy fragrances for 20, for 15, 20, 25, and $30 and get more versus paying like for $60. I can find 3 good fragrances versus buying just one, which will give me quantity over quality. And those fragrances that I buy may not be um, top name brand stuff, but I will have a great smelling fragrance for a decent price. If just say if I spend just for this one, let's just say this run you $110 with tax. I can buy 5 fragrances for 20 a piece versus buying just this one. And let me show you what I mean. Just hold on a second. All right, this is what I mean. Let me break this down to you. I also have Tradition here, which I think also is supposed to be a clone of Sauvage, Dior Sauvage, which is Ventana, is also a clone. I had this one first, um, but this one is a clone also of Dior Sauvage without the pepper note. $12. But this is what I mean. Check this out. Now, you can buy this fragrance, which is going to run you anywhere from, hold on, let me do one more thing. One more second. And right now, I'm going to look this up and see. And I'll show you. Okay. So now I see this fragrance online, which is pretty cheap, but for, I'm gonna just pick this one. Okay, here you go. Let it load up real quick. Okay. The bottle looks a little different because the bottom of it is red, but it's the same fragrance. And this fragrance is Prada Luna Rossa Sport. God damn it. Hold on, guys. This is Prada Luna Rossa Sport. Right here. Which the bottle is a little different. And they have it for $101.86. So just take that one in particular. Even though the bottle is a little different. And I think this one is just like it. Phone is running a little slow. It's the internet service here where I live. Alright. On Max Aroma, if I can get it to load up, they have, man, this thing is slow. Okay. This is the exact one I have. Prada Luna Rossa Sport. This is the exact one. Same as this one. On Max Aroma, they have it for, and all this pop-up stuff, $66.70. So if you shop around, I'm sorry if that's hard to see, but it's right there. $66.70 versus paying $100 for one fragrance. Retail, this runs you about $100. I'm not talking about at discounted stores. I'm not talking about right now on a discount website or wholesale. Retail in a store like Belk's, Macy's, or whatever, this fragrance run you about $100. So you buy this for one, and I can attest, if you love this fragrance that much, and you have to have it, a full bottle, and it's your signature scent, by all means, it's your money, and I'm just speaking for me. I can't do it. It doesn't make sense to me. When I paid $40 for this at a discount store like Ross, and I know it's real. So you can go and pay $100 for this. With tax, it's gonna be $100 and some change. Versus all of this. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is number 1. For $20 a piece, give or take $1 or $2. I think this one, which is Ferragamo, Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. I've been looking for this for so long, and I finally found it a few months ago. Beautiful fragrance. Does have some peppery notes in it, but it's still a long-lasting, beautiful scent. I love it. I'm glad I have it in my collection. I've only worn it maybe once or twice, so you can see it's still full. A little over $20. I think I paid like $24, $25 for this. So, and then Perry Ellis 360 Red is also a beautiful scent. It's sweet, but it has a little bit of spice to it, and they say it's supposed to smell like Acqua di Gio, the original, I'm assuming. I don't think I've ever smelled it, but that's supposed to smell something similar to it. But this has a little bit spicier accord to it. I like this fragrance. It's long lasting. I think I got a few compliments off of this, but I think I paid $15, possibly 20 for that. And it's a pretty decent sized bottle. I don't know what size this is. I really can't see it. The sticker is like super small. But just if you want to round up, $20. Mont Blanc Individual, which is also another great fragrance, has that hint of raspberry in it. This is also a gorgeous fragrance. It's supposed to be compared to I want to say Creed Central or something like that. I don't know, but I've wanted this fragrance for so long, and I finally found it online. I think I bought it for like, I don't know, like $15. Like, you can't beat that. And Mont Blanc has a great fragrance line. I haven't bought anything so far from them that I didn't like. About $20 if you want to round up. 30. I think this was like $13 or something like that. $15. Like, come on, man. Nautica Voyage, even though it's been reformulated, it used to have a metal top. This is a plastic top. That's about, I don't know, the only thing that I know of that has changed. If it has been touched up or reformulated, watered down, I don't know the difference because I've never had this until I bought this one from TJ Maxx. And to me, it smells amazing. I've worn it a few times. I have gotten a few compliments off of it. Great summer and springtime fragrance. It's aquatic. It was about $20. And then I bought Usher. And I think I bought this from Ross, which is also a great fragrance. It's sweet, just like I like it. Metal top. You get decent quality. I've only worn this once or twice, but it's an excellent fragrance, and I think I paid $15-$20 for this. Like, so I spend $100 for this, or spend $100 and get all of this. Like, it's really a no-brainer. 1 versus 5, and all of these are great fragrances. Like, you can't beat that, man. You really can't beat it. So, but I mean, like I said, also, I understand that people have to have certain things. They can't live without their signature fragrance, something they've grown up with or they ran across, during their journey through life, and it reminds them of something or someone or some special time in their life, or maybe it just gets them compliments. It's just a perfect fragrance that works with their body chemistry, and they can't live without it. Me personally, I don't have one signature fragrance. I just go on my shelf and I grab whatever and go. Um, but I would much rather have these five than just this one any day. It gives me variety instead of, because the thing I've learned, wearing the same one fragrance every day becomes redundant to people, and they smell you on the first day. Like, say I bought this yesterday, and I wear it to work today. I might get all kinds of compliments the first few days, maybe a week. And then after a while, those compliments start dying because now people are expecting you to come in smelling like Prada Luna Rossa Sport every day. So now you're not going to get the compliments that you once were getting, which is going, if you're not headstrong and be like, I don't really care what people think. But sooner or later, it's going to creep into your mind, oh man, this must not be good anymore because nobody's saying anything. Me personally, I have to have variety, and I like to keep them guessing. I don't tell people all the time what kind of fragrance I have on, what's the name of it, because I don't want everybody around here smelling like me. For one, I don't want to go to work and I got on, let's just say, Usher, and then I tell this one person, hey, they say, what do you have on? I say Usher in the black bottle, silver top. And then they go out and buy their man Usher. And then he comes to work smelling like Usher, and I have it on the same day. Like, that's not cool, man. Like, I don't want to go around smelling like everybody else. I don't want to go and tell somebody, hey, I'm wearing Nautica Voyage, and then you run out and you go buy Nautica Voyage, and then the next day you come in and you don't know I'm wearing my Nautica Voyage, and then we both got it on. Like, I can't do that. A lot of people I know have Invictus, like my coworker. Even though this is the intense version and they pretty much smell the same, this one might be a little stronger than his. Um, and his bottle is clear and mine is like a dark color. But I'm not going to want to wear this to work knowing that he wears his every single day, and then now I come in and I smell just like him. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Just like he said something about his girl bought him some cologne, and he went to smelling them and he smelled one, and he was like, no, I can't wear it because it smells like Keith. Like, I mean, I get that. Nobody wants to come to work with the same scent on. So that's why I say keep it, you know, in a variety. I would much rather have five 400 than just one 400. It makes sense. It's simple math. But anyway, and let me show you one more thing. A lot of people have already seen this because I have shown this before. You gotta excuse my little mess. I haven't cleaned up yet. But this is my collection. And you see gaps down there because I just pulled some of my fragrances to show you. But I have some of everything, guys. Like, I don't play when it comes to my fragrances. I have my Versace that I'm starting up. This is my line here. Um, my Mont Blanc line, in which that's Burberry in the back. And I need to switch that over because this one needs to be in the Burberry line. Um, I have a few, like this one and the blue one in the back there came from Bath and Body Works. A friend of mine bought them. Uh, Shelf up here. The Black is Black line is a great line to get into. I actually think I had on Sport or either Aqua Essence yesterday. I can't remember which one I had on. Uh, this was before I went to the game last night. I had that on when I was out and about, and then when I came back, took a shower, and then I put on the Club De Nuit Intense Man. But Tommy Bahama, I have Bulgari, in which I need to figure out how to put these two together because those two are Bulgari. Um, I mean, I have some of everything. I have cheapies. Like this came from Walmart, and this is actually the first clone of Dior Sauvage that I had, and it was like $7 or $8 from Walmart. And it's not a bad scent. I like it. I think I can give this one to my stepdad now since I have two other clones of Sauvage. So I might just pass that on to him today. Um, I mean, I have some of everything, guys. It's just variety. I think I'm up to like 90 colognes now. So, I mean, do yourselves a favor. Save yourself some money. Not saying not to go out and buy a designer fragrance because it's your money. Obviously, by all means, if you make that kind of money and you want to go out and spend $100 for a cologne, then do so. I'm not stopping nobody. Like yesterday, I have um, Jupe or Youp Om, however you want to say it. Um, it's been reformulated, so it doesn't smell as strong as the original, but it's still a decent scent. I don't preferably wear it that much. So as I was in the flea market, I saw this guy and he was wanting to get excuse me guys. He was asking how much was the Youp own, and it was in the flea market. It was he was selling it for like 40-50 bucks. I might have paid 15-20 bucks for that. If that, it might have been a little cheaper. And it was for a kid. It wasn't even for him. It was for his son. And he was like, "Well, let me get the decant, which is this bottle, which was like 12 bucks." And I was like, "Hey man, look." I say, "Do you live around here?" He was like, "Nah, I live in Brunswick." I'm like, "Oh, that's even better." Then he recognized me from a certain area. I think Fairway Oaks, because he be behind the liquor store, sitting under the tree with the other old heads. And he reminded me of it, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I remember now." So um, just me from passing through, it's a trail that goes right through there to the store. So that's probably where he knows me from. But anyway, I said, "Hey, just give me your number. When I get back in town, I'll hit you up, and I'll give you the bottle of you own for your son." I don't even wear it. I might have wore that thing like once or twice, and I honestly don't care much for it. It's sweet just like I like it, but it's like a different kind of sweet. It's not like syrupy or like strawberry or pineapple type sweet. It's like a different kind of sweet, and I don't really like it that much. So I'm willing to give it to him. I haven't called him yet because I had some things going on last night. I went to the alumni game, which that was up until like 9 something, and then I went to a movie last night, which I didn't get out till like 11 something. And that movie, Halloween, the new one, is off the chain. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it is a great movie. I love it, and you're gonna be kind of surprised by the ending, and that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not gonna say what kind of surprise. I'm not saying you're gonna be like happy surprised or uh, disappointed surprised, but you're gonna be surprised. So keep that in mind. But anyway, I gotta charge up my phone, guys. So I'm gonna end this video here. Um, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you can't find me, just type in my name, Keith, Keith, Crook, Crook. And I'm gonna have to go and change uh, my name on my site or my page rather um, to Mr. Cheap Sense. So you'll be able to find me through that instead of using my government name. Everybody else has snazzy, jazzy little names and stuff like that. So I'm not big time like that, but it is what it is. But um, you also can follow me on Instagram also, and it's same name, Keith Crook. Um, I have fragrance reviews on there also. I have a bunch on my YouTube channel already. I'm just trying to catch up with it on Instagram, but um, yeah. Uh, just have a great day, guys. Peace.